What's going on, guys? Shinji here, and today we're going to be talking about my top 10 favorite Mega Evolutions in Pokemon. Now, since Sun and Moon have been announced recently, it leads me to speculate whether or not they're going to add more Mega Evolutions. And it also leads me to question who the main Pokemon are going to be. Because, as we all know, back in generations such as Gen 4, the leading Pokemon were, of course, Dialga and Palkia. And, of course, my favorite being Dialga. So it leads to this question, which is my favorite Mega Evolution, since we're on the topic. And I'm pretty sure, now that Sun and Moon have been confirmed, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have new Mega Evolutions on their mind. So I'm going to clear this up immediately. So number 10 has to be Mega Mewtwo X. The reason I'm putting it that low is because Mega Mewtwo Y does so much better. I get it, the base stat totals are the exact same, but if you compare these two, the special attack for Mega Mewtwo Y is higher than Mega Mewtwo X's attack. Mega Mewtwo X's special attack doesn't change at all when it Mega Evolves. And neither does its HP. Alright, neither does its speed. Its special defense goes up, but at no cost whatsoever, at no cost. The maximum speed that Mewtwo X can have is 394, which is the exact same of regular Mewtwo. So, Mega Mewtwo X comes in at this low just because of the fact that it has great stats, but there's so many better options, and it's not really that good to waste a Mega Evolution spot for Mega Mewtwo X. So that's why he's at number 10. Coming in at number 9, ladies and gentlemen, is Mega Garchomp. Now, Mega Garchomp, I believe, was added in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which is good. That is good. Now, Garchomp alone is one of my favorite Pokemon. He may not have been in the top 10 Pokemon, but he's still a really, really good Pokemon, both in design and stats. But when you evolve this thing, it's a total beast. Like, oh my god, the design becomes so much better, yet the stats hardly change. Sure, the only thing that doesn't change is the HP, but everything else is either boosted up slowly or dropped down slowly. And the biggest change that I see is the special attack and attack, both which give a gain of 40, which brings up Garchomp's total attack to 482, and that's kind of troubling. Not, of course, comparing to Mega Mewtwo X. But back on the Garchomp, I cannot stand seeing people who think that Charizard, for example, is the greatest Pokemon. Why? Because they're Gen 1ers. But that's getting way off topic, so let's get back to Garchomp here. Garchomp was one of my favorite Pokemon introduced in Gen 4. And trust me, I still love Garchomp to this day, because of the design and just everything about it. While it gets a great attack and special attack boost, it does lack in speed. And, of course, as we all see, the HP does not change. 420 is the maximum at level 100. Why? It doesn't make sense to me. Either way, Mega Garchomp's just a really good Mega Evolution, but it's also not something I would waste a Mega Evolution spot on. Oh, Ice types. You're just so, just disappointing, in my opinion. Not because of, just horrible stats, and not because of design. No. It's because they have so many weaknesses, and there are no other Pokemon that can actually just support them. That's where number 8 comes in, and that is Abomasnow. Abomasnow's Mega Evolution is actually, it's one of the worst I've seen. Alright, while it gets a crazy 40 plus boost on special attack and attack itself, and also a little bit of defense and special defense, The HP does not change, but the speed is lowered drastically. And I mean drastically in the most literal way possible. A regular Abomasnow's speed can go up to 240. Now the speed's dropped down to 174. And that basically guarantees you're going for the second hit when you're going 1-on-1. If you're going 4-on-4 or whatever, or 6-on-6, or, sorry, not 4 on, I messed up. I meant with 4 Pokemon or 6 Pokemon, this one's probably gonna go last. I'm just saying. Unless you have like a Sableye filling up the slot as well, in which you can't do that. But I like Abomasnow just because of nostalgia. Nostalgia is the one thing I like about Abomasnow, and plus its design. Mega Abomasnow's design is admittedly really, really good. I like it. I honestly do. But the stats do not help. While it's greatly balanced, its speed is completely lacking. I'm just glad that the defense got a boost, and so did not the HP, attack and special attack. So that's always good. Alright, let me get one thing clear here. Flying types are probably my favorite type of, Pokemon, alright? Let me just clear that up for all of you. Flying types are probably my second favorite. You got incredible flying types in the game, such as who's going to be mentioned later on. And, of course, the infamous one, Staraptor. But let me bring in a one that is kind of a disappointment for me. Here he is, it's Mega Pidgeot. Oh, Mega Pidgeot, you were introduced in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and you did horribly. You even did worse than that Abomasnow. Alright? And here's what I mean by all of this. What I mean by all this is that hardly anything changed whatsoever. Hardly anything changed about Mega Pidgeot. Alright? Same HP, same attack, boosted special attack. But why? Why in all God's name would speed be lower than special attack? I could have sworn Pidgeot was known for speed. Alright, well, Gen 6 Pidgeot is good for HP for some strange reason. Why is this? I don't know. But its speed was completely lacking. It was completely lacking. The only difference they made when transitioning from Gen 1 to Gen 6 was Pidgeot's speed. Nothing else changed. And then all of a sudden they made these big changes. Said no one ever. All they changed were the last 3 stats. Special attack, special defense, and speed. In which the speed hardly got a buff. But the special attack just got jacked up. Alright, special defense, that's just saved hardly. That one actually dropped. I don't know why, but I like it. I mean, I like the design of Mega Pidgeot. It's a very good design. That's the reason I like it, it's because of design. But the stats are absolute crap. Alright, Gen 1ers. You're gonna love this next one. And honestly, even though Gen 1 is personally my least favorite generation, I would like to bring this one up right now. Alright? This one, Mega Charizard Y. Yes, I said Y is better than Mega Charizard X. Why is that? Well, here's why. Alright, you got Mega Charizard X. Alright? The reason it's such a fan favorite is because of the design of it. No, not because of the stats. No, in fact, I believe that Charizard X's stats are worse than before. They're worse than Mega Charizard Y, and that's why Charizard Y is up here. But there's plenty more where that came from. I would like to mention one of the abilities, alright? Alright, one of the abilities is, well, we all know what it is. We all know what it is. Alright. What it does is that it raises the power of the fire type moves. And you know what? You combine that with the insane special attack that Mega Charizard Y possesses, And of course you have Sunny Day for one of your moves. Your opponent's pretty much screwed right from the get-go. Because you put, say for example you have a move like Fire Blast, alright? Or Flamethrower. Let's go Flamethrower actually. That's a real original move. Alright, that's a special move, and that does quite a bit of damage. But how about this? Alright, let's say you activate Sunny Day. Just like out here, right behind me. Alright, now Mega Evolve it, and then use Flamethrower. Watch. I bet even if it's a rock type, it's probably going to deal quite a bit of damage, probably next to nothing. It's going to be left with next to no HP whatsoever. And that's the main reason I like Mega Charizard Y more than X. And plus, I feel Mega Charizard X, they made way too much of a change. They drastically altered Mega Charizard overall. Mega Charizard Y, it looks much better in my opinion. Yes, I just said that. Why you hating, people? Why you hating? Alrighty guys, we're finally at number 4. Awesome. So number 4 also comes from, I believe, from what I know, it was Gen 3. I would know because I've played Emerald in the past. And this Pokemon came to mind last minute. When I was trying to make this list, this Pokemon came last minute. Alright? And that Pokemon is Mega Blaziken, yo. Mega Blaziken, oh my god. Like, the design of it is probably the most badass design I've seen in the Mega Evolution thus far. It's one of the greatest, in my opinion. Yes, my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. My opinion. Alright? So, I want you to think about something for a second. Blaziken's highest stat is usually attack, maxing it at 372. Same as the speed of Sceptile. Alright, now Mega Evolve it. And holy crap, that's a big buff. Alright, HP doesn't change, but the attack is jacked up to the top, maxing it at 460. And its special attack can get as high as 394. Yes, that number again. The speed's also getting drastically altered, going from 284 to now 328. That's kind of a big buff as well. The attack still steals the cake. It takes the cake in my opinion. Because, alright, I fought my friend before in Pokemon battles, and when he throws out his Mega Blaziken, it's hard to get by. I'm gonna say that first. It's hard to get by. Yes, I get it. It's a fiery chicken that got fused with Chuck Norris. I get that. And while it sounds OP, it actually is, believe it or not. My problem with Mega Blaziken is just the fact that while it has decent and actually great stats, it's not the best, and there's still many more better options for choosing a Mega Pokemon, and I don't think Blaziken would make a great Mega Evolution slot holder. So, in my opinion, Mega Blaziken just gets here because of the stats overall, they're pretty balanced, and the fact that he's, well, one of my originals. So yeah, number 4, Mega Blaziken. Moving back to Gen 3, yes I know, we just discussed Gen 3. I know that, damn it. If you think I don't know that, then you're kind of retarded, to be honest. But let's get back to Gen 3 here. Gen 3 introduced some of the best Pokemon ever, such as the previously mentioned Blaziken, and number 3 on this list. Number 3, Mega Rayquaza. Oh my god. I love Mega Rayquaza and Rayquaza as a whole. Alright, while the HP does not change, everything else about it is drastically altered. Alright, everything else is drastically altered. You go from having 438 attack and special attack to a whopping 504. Also, do I want to mention the speed? 361. That's pretty fast. The HP is the only thing that doesn't change, but everything else is buffed. Defense is buffed. Attack and special attack are insanely bumped. And yeah, I mean, it's got a base stat total of 780. One of probably the highest I've seen in a long, long time. So yeah, and plus, Rayquaza's design, please, don't tell me that doesn't look cool. If it doesn't look cool to you, that's fine, but you need to get your eyes checked if you don't think that's cool. Alright, that's one of the dopest designs I've seen in anything, any character, in gaming history. And yes, I'm still trying to recover from watching 7 Deadly Sins, in which I love that show. Please go watch it on Netflix. Amazing show. I'm still trying to recover from that. But, going back to Rayquaza here, his stats are unreal. And plus nostalgia from Gen 3, because Emerald was my Gen 3 game. And it's still probably my favorite game to this day. Moving on to number 2. And number 2 totally steals it for me. Number 2? Well, we had Mega Mewtwo X. Let's go to Mega Mewtwo Y. Yes, Mega Mewtwo Y is number 2 on this list. Why? Well, it does the job much better than Mega Mewtwo X. Let me explain here. I know I already explained it before when I was talking about Mega Mewtwo X, but now let's just skip on over to Mega Mewtwo Y. Alright, still, the HP stays the same, everything else, la 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 la. Alright, and then you look at its special attack. It's a total what the hell. That special attack is actually higher than Rayquaza's when he's Mega Evolved. So that gets bonus points right there. The insane special attack. And if you give it something where it increases its special attack, your opponent's literally screwed. And plus, it's mono-psychic, so if you're battling a fighting type, i.e. Mega Mewtwo X, Mega Mewtwo X is probably going to lose within first hit. Because you know what? It's still a fighting type. Psychic beats fighting. It's probably going to be an in-betweener, like, doing normal damage, but it's still doing a lot of damage. I want to clarify that. So yeah, Mega Mewtwo Y takes number 2 because the design, the stats, which are unbelievable still, and just, oh my god, like everything about it. And plus Pokemon Y is the game I have, so I would know. So number 2, Mega Mewtwo Y. Alright, we finally made it to number 1. Thank God. Alright, thank God we made it to number 1. And I love doing this list more because of the fact that, well, it's 4 days to my birthday, which is amazing, by the way. I'm turning sweet 16. And, oh my god, like, this is the perfect time to make this list. And number 1, this was extremely hard to pick here. Why? Because both these Pokemon were amazing for design and stats. Alright, before I actually started filming, number 1 was originally going to be Mega Scizor. Why? Because the design stats. But then I realized there's something wrong here. Is that the number 1 spot here looks much cooler than Mega Scizor. And it has better stats. Yes, I am talking about Mega Lucario. The first Mega Evolution we all have had. Yes, I know that. Wanna know how? I played X and Y. I would know. And Mega Lucario just steals it for me. Not only is he my first Mega Evolution, but he's one of my favorite Pokemon as a whole. He also may not have made top 10 list I made before, but he's still one of my favorites. Why? I'm gonna explain. When Gen 4 first was released, that was a great decision made by Game Freak and everybody else that made Pokemon possible. When they made Lucario and Riolu, its pre-evolution, when they debuted that in Diamond and Pearl, I flipped shit. Because I knew that this was probably the greatest looking Pokemon I'd ever seen. Yes, even more so than the proclaimed greatest Pokemon of all time, Charizard. In which I get sick of that every time, in which, since I rant so much, I'm probably going to make a top 10 of worst Mega Evolutions later on in the year. Hell, maybe later on in May or whatever, I might do that. Alright, back to Lucario here. Alright, going to the stats now. Base, like regular Lucario stats, its overall stat total is 525. And that's admittedly, it's really good for a Pokemon that debuted in Gen 4. Because Gen 4 had some amazing Pokemon. By that, I mean like Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina, Manaphy, Fione, the Late Guardian Trio. Oh my god. Cresselia, Darkrai. Just so many good names. And the Lucario comes up and you're like, oh my god, this is amazing. Yeah, I know. I wish I had put Lucario on the list now for top 10 favorite Pokemon. But let me go back to stats here. You Mega Evolve Lucario after you beat Karina. Well, I guess, yeah, after you beat Karina at the gym. And after that, you're set. That's it. You Mega Evolve in battle, and oh my god. Well, yes, again, HP doesn't change, but also special defense doesn't change. Everything else got a pretty good buff. And by everything, I mean the attack and special attack. In which before, special attack was higher. Now physical attack was even higher. Mega Lucario special attack's 416. The regular attack is 427. While it does not have the best stats for Mega Evolution, I would take this as a Mega Evolution any day of the week. Every time I'm playing Pokemon X and Y usually, Lucario's my main. Lucario's the one I go for constantly. Why also? Because of its move pool. Alright, its move pool, it's actually really good. Yeah, moves like Power Up Punch was arguably one of my favorite moves when it comes to fighting types. Yeah, you wanna know why? It increases its attack. It keeps increasing its attack. So yeah, I mean, oh my god. So you get that, and then you keep using that, and when it's on its final Pokemon, you use Close Combat. Your opponent's pretty screwed, I'm just saying. And with the high physical attack, there's no way they're getting out of it whatsoever. There's no way they're getting out of that. They're done. And I would know. I've played with Mega Lucario constantly in Pokemon Y. So yeah, I would know, definitely. And also, I mean, it's fighting and steel. Two of my favorite types in Pokemon. Fighting and steel. How could it get any better than that? Oh yeah, do I want to mention its name? Lucario. Just saying that makes you feel beast. So yeah, number 1 is Mega Lucario. And that pretty much wraps up today's video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me, and please check out tonight's stream on Twitch, and that's starting at about roughly, it's going to start at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, and if you're from the UK, 11 o'clock p.m. So, if you need a link, if you need the username to my Twitch to check out the stream, then you can check out my description below and find my username in there. I will also link you to the show's website that I made. And as always, I hope to see you guys in the stream, and I hope you all have a good day. Peace out, everybody.